Where will the antichrist come from?
The antichrist will come from the modern country of Syria, little state of Syria, north of Palestine. In the 8th chapter of the book of Daniel, we have a vision of Alexander conquering the old Medo-Persian Empire. And we have, following that, the breaking up of the Grecian Empire into 4 parts. After the death of Alexander, his kingdom was divided into 4 kingdoms. Cassander, one of his generals, seized Greece and Macedon. Lysimachus took Asia Minor, or modern Turkey. Seleucid founded the kingdom of Syria. Ptolemy founded the kingdom of Egypt. Thus Alexander's kingdom was divided into 4 parts. Those parts would be known today as Greece, Turkey, Syria, and Egypt. And in verse 9 it says, out of one of them came forth a little horn which waxed exceeding great, toward the south and toward the east and toward the pleasant land. This teaches us that out of one of the original 4 divisions of the Grecian Empire will come the Antichrist of the last days, either out of Greece, Turkey, Syria, or Egypt. For out of one of them, it says, will come this little horn. And in verse 22, it's explained this way. In the latter time of their kingdom, when transgressors are come to the full, a king of understanding, dark sentences and understanding, a fierce countenance and understanding dark sentences shall stand up, and his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power. He shall stand up also against the prince of princes, and shall be broken without hand, referring to this little horn fighting against Jesus Christ at his second advent, as pictured in Revelation 19, and he shall be taken and cast into the lake of fire. Now in the 11th chapter of the book of Daniel, we have another prediction along the same line, only narrowing down the coming of the Antichrist from those 4 kingdoms to one of those 4 kingdoms. The chapter starts out by stating, there shall yet stand up 3 kings in Persia, and a 4th shall be richer than the all. And he through his strength and riches shall stir up all against the realm of Grecia. Now this refers to Xerxes invading Greece. And these 3 kings that followed Cyrus, or Darius, were Cyrus, the son of Cambyses, and then there was Artaxerxes, and Darius the first profane history, and then came Xerxes. Those are the 4 kings. And then he said after that, a king shall rise and do according to his will, referring to Alexander the Great, who conquered the Medo-Persian Empire, and said, when he shall be strong, his kingdom shall be divided toward the 4 winds of heaven, referring to the same 4 divisions of the Grecian Empire as does chapter 8. Then we have in verses 5 to 45, picture of wars between 2 of these 4 divisions of Alexander's empire for 150 years, ending with the reign of Antiochus Epiphanes, who reigned 165 BC. In other words, these verses give us a picture between Syria, the king of the north, and Egypt, the king of the south, north and east of Palestine, ending with the latter-day war between the 2 countries. And it states in verse 40, at the time of the end shall the king of the south, Egypt, come against him, that is against the king of the north. And the king of the north, Syria, shall come against him, that is against the king of the south, like a whirlwind. And he shall enter into the glorious land. Many countries shall be overthrown, but these shall escape out of his hands, even Edom and Moab and chief of the children of Ammon. He shall stretch his hand also upon the countries, and the land of Egypt shall not escape. So if the war is between Syria and Egypt, and it tells us that in the last day war the land of Egypt will be overthrown by Syria, then it stands to reason that it is clear that the Antichrist comes from the state of Syria and will overthrow the other 3 divisions of the Grecian Empire in the latter days, and will eventually get power over all the 10 kingdoms inside the old Roman Empire, and will fulfill all the prophecies concerning the Antichrist that are in both Testaments.